Aquarians are dealing with two main influences right now. If you are an early January born Aquarius, you have to deal with Pluto. And if you are a late February born Aquarius, especially if you were born after the 10th of February, you are dealing with Uranus. Pluto wants to show us the truth that we were previously unwilling or unable to see and to deal with. It's usually a psychologically uncomfortable truth. I will give you a link to a video I made about how to survive a Pluto transit and how to allow it empower you. And if you are an early Aquarius, and if you feel like you have been shown some advanced life shit, go watch it. A Pluto transit may be empowering and you may ultimately be grateful for what you went through, but it's usually unpleasant, especially now after Pluto in Aquarius has just been attacked by Mars in Leo at the end of April. Even if you are dealing with some chthonic level Plutonian shit and you're not happy about it, just know that it will get better through within a couple of weeks. So better still in May. If you are a late Aquarius, it means that you are still individuating with the help of Uranus in Taurus. And that means that your life is becoming more and more weird, unconventional. Another push in this direction may come from the Scorpio full moon on the 12th of May. And that one falls into your area of career, business, reputation, anything that you are doing in your most official role. Now, specifically, this full moon may push you towards integrating the unusual aspects of your home and family life, of your ancestry, with your public persona. It may be very simple, like if you work from home, then whatever it is that you do while working from home will help you gain recognition. Or it can be something obscure, like maybe you mentioning the weird ways of your ancestors may help you gain attention and open some doors in your professional life. Or alternatively, mentioning such things can also hurt your career because the direction of this influence is not as obvious. But even if some doors are closed, this is also a part of this individuating process that is making you more unique. This full moon is also supported by the slow and steady Saturn in Pisces. So if you are at the moment working on creating a foundation for future financial prosperity, this full moon may help you do something or get a result, like reach a milestone that will help you move in this direction. In any case, Mercury will enter Taurus on the 10th of May and will remain there until the 26th. And while it is there, it will help you think about what you have to do, achieve, accomplish in your area of home and family and relationship with your older relatives. And you will be able, with help of Mercury, to solve those problems more effectively and in a smart way, basically. The hotspot of the zodiac this month, but also in the next 2 years, is Aries. Aries in general, but also specifically the first degrees of Aries. In your horoscope, this area rules thinking, learning, intellectual labor, communication, the topics that you're interested in, your voice, how much you use your voice and how you feel about using your voice. It also rules transportation of your body, but also of your ideas, so like gadgets, IT, and so on. To recap, Venus entered Aries, so started influencing this learning, information, communication area of your chart in February. In March, it was joined by Mercury. Together, they could already give you some ideas that maybe you started working on, maybe not. Maybe it was just an impression or like a meeting or a dialogue that has impressed you. They then retrograded back into Pisces. Maybe you were missing some resources and they were doing that. Then at the end of March, Neptune, the dreamy transcendental planet, entered Aries. So this your thinking, learning, voice area of the zodiac. It wants to motivate you for dreaming big dreams, basically. Spoiler alert, at the end of May, the taskmaster, heavy, demanding Saturn will also enter this area of your chart and will demand hard work from you, which is good. You need to be working on the ideas that you find attractive. But before you start working hard on it, it makes sense to make sure that this idea really, truly attracts you, that you're probably charmed by it. With this, Venus in Aries can help you. It moved into Aries on the 30th of April, is working with Neptune right now. And it's trying to make a certain idea absolutely irresistible to you. And you're supposed to encourage that. So try using the first days of May to daydream, to work on developing some ideas that you find interesting, to put your dreams into words or into images like mood boards and such, very appropriate. The action planet Mars is spending all of the May in Leo, in your area of partnerships and important one-on-one relationships, which includes adversarial relationships as well. And starting mid-May, it will be working wonderfully together with this Venus in Aries, allowing you to share your inspiration with some other people and maybe have heated discussions about those ideas. And for some reason, the more heated those discussions are, the better you are able to develop your ideas. So if some ideas mean something to you, try and present it to someone you like. Try to convince them. And you may succeed, or you may succeed in making your idea even greater and more attractive to you. And yes, on the 25th, Saturn, very demanding, heavy planet, enters Aries. And this is when you will need to take all the power, all the sway that this beautiful idea has over you and turn it into work. Now, it may have been the plan all along, or you may have thought it would be quick and easy, but in this case, you're up for some like disappointment and frustration. So it will be clear that if you want to develop the idea, if you want to work on this idea, if you want to be known later for having and developing this idea, it cannot be easy. It may even seem impossible, not because it is impossible, but because you were not prepared to work for it. And good news, if you are surely, certainly, absolutely not prepared to work on it this year, try to at least continue dreaming about it, because next year Saturn, after having retrograded back into Pisces, will again move into Aries, and this is when you will be given a second chance to really invest in it. And finally, there is some Gemini action at the end of the month, which is that, Jupiter is in Gemini, and it is very active there, and this will be its final month in Gemini. Then on the 26th, it will be joined by Mercury. On the 27th, there is a new moon in Gemini, which is really good, really well supported. In your horoscope, Gemini rules the area of creativity, joyful activities, romance, children, games. So trust your creative genius all throughout May, but especially in the final days of May after the new moon. It may bring up something related to work, but not necessarily. Have fun with your mind. You won't regret it. Have a wonderful, intriguing, captivating May.